Yeah.
I was asked to stop by and get your guys' story. If you want to talk about anything.
Who asked you to stop by and get a story?
Did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was going to be here anyway.
Okay. What do you want to know?
I mean, I've been trying to familiarize myself with everything, but is there...
Thank you.
I guess, because obviously it is getting closer to the levy. I know you were talking with him.
Yeah, he went on.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to, I guess, need to know moving forward?
Well, here's the thing. What I'm upset about is I've been trying to get Director Harold to let the community know that not only did my daughter was murdered in a fire, but she was raped. And that's never been told, that she was raped. There is evidence of that. I have it right here in this book. You're more than welcome to see. This is from the investigator's report, Montgomery County Coroner's Office. Okay. Now, if you can read that, it says evidence recovered during the autopsy of the deceased. Vagina, rectal, and oral swabs were reported to be positive for semen. That means my daughter was raped.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, go ahead and take a picture of it. And then, if you can remember, now that date says on 9/23/06, a positive result came back for semen, meaning that my little girl was raped by a male. And right here you can see where they did the swabs, clothing. They collected panties and everything. That does say evidence collected sheet. Montgomery County, it is stamped. Why did they destroy her clothes and her hair? Her clothes was destroyed. Right here it says destroyed. Her clothes, right here, clothing. A month before the rape results came back. So my question is, and I noticed she said you was over there while Vernon was talking about where I share everything to the world.
You said you're a very smart man, but...
But it's right here is all legal documents. You're more than welcome to look through there, take photographs of whatever you want to take photographs of. I have nothing to hide. Does that sheriff do? Yes. I have nothing to hide. But I also have more evidence in this file than they do in their files. This is why I'm protesting. This is a case 13 years old. And they covered up the rape. Fayette County asked for a rape test to be done on my daughter at the time of the fire. I can prove that. That's in there. And when they sent the results and asked for it, when that letter came back that it hit positive for DNA, they put it in their file and forgot about it for 6 years. They did not profile the rape until 2012. In 2012, they took my DNA, but they have not yet took the boyfriend's DNA that lived in the home with my daughter.
Or the brother.
So they're more concerned, as you can tell, of a $20 million jail, but they couldn't even pay $1,500 for a proper exhuming of my daughter. They dug her up and they took her to a fire station and did the exhuming in a fire station instead of taking her back to where the original autopsy was done in Montgomery County. They did it in a fire station. And now there's a chance, because it was done in an unsanitary place, that a defense attorney can say it's contaminated. So I am not compromising. Is that what it is called?
That's what he
This
said.
case. I am showing facts to a cover-up of Fayette County.
And one.
Because how do you have DNA and you let it sit for, and these are the times. See how many times my daughter, this is the first time, okay? My daughter arrived at a.m. at 5:33 a.m. They called the funeral home. They picked her up on April 27 at 2:11. And if you flip it over, they brought her back from Fayette County back to Montgomery County again. And that's when the rape was asked to be done on my daughter, the test. And then they found DNA. But then the Fayette County Sheriff's Office forgot about it for 6 years. So my question to the Record Herald is, how do you destroy evidence before a test results come back? And then the sheriff in your all's article said that the clothing weren't relevant to the case. How are the clothes not relevant to a case? The child was raped. The child was murdered.
I don't actually have an answer for you, but
But if you're going to print a story, or Ryan Carter's going to print a story, it should be about the truth. Those are the lie detector tests. And one of them failed it twice. The lie detector test. That would be... what's his... Try to look for the name on this one. Oh, yeah, here he is. This one failed it. Right here's the results of his lie detector test. And then here it is again, where they gave it to him again, and then here's the results of the lie detector test, which he failed twice. BCI. Yeah.
That statement from kids about being abused. Her last statement was what, December 2005?
What?
Her last statement.
Her last, my daughter's last statement?
Yeah,
2005, December. Yeah, to the counselors that she was being molested. And then in 2006, April 27th, today, 13 years ago, she was raped before she was murdered. And the evidence is right there. This is not made up stuff. This is evidence. These are facts. These are letters. Mike DeWine's name's on the top of them. All I want is I want to put in the newspaper that my child was not just a child that died in a fire that was rolled in arson. I want people to know that this was a child that was raped and died in an arson fire. And that male semen was found inside my child.
not going to I don't make promises to anyone, but I will look over everything and see what we can collect document-wise ourselves.
That's fine.
Okay. But thank you for sharing.
Yep.